All right, sweet. Okay, so I have Tanner, one of my top awesome rock star clients, Tanner, on the call with me today. Tanner has been with me for 12 weeks now, actually. It's been about
Yeah,
12 weeks now, and has made some killer progress, made some massive transformation in these 12 weeks. And he's lost about a little over 40 pounds in the past 12 weeks and has just been killing it. Energy levels are higher, just feeling so much better than he used to before. And so we got him on here just to talk to him a little bit to see. I'm going to ask him some questions just to see how his experience has been. So Tanner, thanks for hopping on with me today, man.
yeah, no problem, Andrew.
Awesome. So look, man, can you kind of talk to us about, how has been your experience, before, what kind of led you up to joining the program and kind of, making that decision and your experience beforehand?
Sure. I wanted to join, or I wanted something different because in my past, probably 10, 15 years, I'm used to having gone to the gym and kind of been in a routine, and then I kind of got off track like a lot of people do.
Hmm.
And I'm at a different stage in my life. I'm a little bit older, later 30s, so my body's changed a little bit, and mentally I might think, oh yeah, I can just get in there and do all this stuff. And in my head, I kind of thought about what I would do, and then I thought about, is that really what I should be doing? And then
Hmm.
realizing that actually my biggest challenge probably wouldn't be the gym, it might be more my nutrition.
Okay.
um, so I needed something different. um, I kind of like when I go to the gym, I kind of like to do my own thing. I'm not a huge like workout partner person. I want to get in
Sure.
there, done, get it out. I don't want to, get in there and socialize and go around and spend 2 hours. So I wanted something that would be simple. And I kind of started researching and looking into, finding a fitness coach because
Hmm.
I'd heard about it, and I wanted somebody that I thought was pretty cool, somebody that kind of knew where I would come from, kind of
Yeah.
my past experience. Um, and I know that we're all kind of different, but my body is just different than it used to be. And I needed somebody that could motivate me, provide me the tools, give me the workout plans, and just kind of make it easy for me to where I didn't have to really as much think, but as much do.
Sure.
And that's where I was at. And I wanted to do that because I realized my health in the next 10 years, I can either get in really good shape and really good health where I've kind of been before, or if I didn't in 10 years, I could be in a much tougher place.
Hmm.
And realistically, it wasn't worth going down that road. So, I want to be able to be super active and do all the things that I want to do for, really a long term, and, not have to really worry about that. So that's why I picked it up. And that's why when I looked into it and I found you, it just seemed like a really good fit. I like that you actually vetted me for the program, which kind of surprised me. I figured it would just be like, yeah, sure, why not? Come on board. We're going to do this. But I had to go through several interviews, and I had to kind of be vetted for who you would take on as a client, which made me know you would take it seriously and you
Yeah.
would take my journey kind of seriously. And quite frankly, that helped me make a decision to want to work with you too, because I asked you some tough questions too about how can you help me, and you were able to give those answers. So there was a lot that went into it, and a lot that helped me process through why I was actually going to make this big commitment, because really it's more mental than physical, even though it's a physical process.
Yes. Yes. Awesome, Tanner. Thanks for sharing, man. And like, you're exactly right in saying that, and this is why I talk about mindset so often, the program, and I coach you guys on mindset, and I talk about it on Facebook is because, our mindset controls everything. And so, when we get a handle on our mindset and when we are in the right state of mind, it's easier to change everything else because we have that anchor, that mindset to fall back on. Or like, even when we have bad days in the gym or, we're just not feeling it, we're in that mindset of, what, it's a bad day, but it's okay. Tomorrow's a new day, and I'm just going to keep working. And what you were saying also about just the interview process and how like you thought that was, you realized that me having an interview process for my program was something that helped you make that decision because you realized that, hey, like, this guy takes it seriously, and he's not just looking for anyone who wants to throw him money, or is like, hey, like, like, I want to work with you. You know, he actually has a process to this. And so that's really awesome, man. And I'm super thankful that dude. I feel like we've been a 10 out of 10 fit to work together, man. Like, you've been awesome, like, just super coachable, which is one of the top things I look for, is just coachability. And you've been implementing everything I've given you, and your results show for it, man. So, speaking of that, let's talk about, you've been in for 12 weeks, man. Talk to me about how your experience has been for the past 12 weeks, and kind of where you started at, or, you know, talking about that a little bit, just how your journey has progressed, and then kind of just how you feel like you've transformed and
Yeah.
transitioned you are now.
Well, what's funny is that when I first started, I thought the gym would have been the easier thing, and the food nutrition piece would have been the harder thing. And it was actually the reverse. I felt like you were able to give me the tools to figure out my macros,
Mm-hmm.
which, if you're listening to this and you're like, what's a macro, what's all that stuff, I mean, of course everybody knows fats and proteins and carbs, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, most people are like, yeah, you can't have a carb, you can't eat a carbs are horrible, you know. But you know, really taking me through a process with this where I eat very healthy. And one thing that I loved about the food part of it, that when people ask me like, what are you doing, you know, how are you losing weight, you know, what are you doing, they might expect to hear the gym, but they expect to hear the word diet. Like, what
Yeah.
diet are you on? And I have told everybody from day one, I'm not on a diet. Beforehand, I just had some lazy habits. I might have taken an
Right.
easy option. And now I've created, you know, really over about 90 days, a better habit and a better option. And it's really not that much more effort. It's just a little bit of plan. And anybody can do something like this. And it's just eating healthier stuff. And what I like about it is the stuff that I'm eating is good. It's not like I wake up every morning and go, well, you know, I got to have stuff that I don't like. You know, it's actually stuff that I like, and it's good. It just is, maybe takes me 5 minutes more to do. So, interestingly enough, I figured, oh, I just go to the gym and I'd kill that because I'm kind of used to that from a past. But that was actually more of the struggle, was, you know, kind of starting out where mentally I felt like, yeah, I can do X, Y, and Z, but then physically it's like, yeah, you need to kind of take your pace. And I like that you paced me out into getting me worked up to where I can push myself
Mm-hmm.
and I can challenge myself. And, you know, you would basically be checking in on me after every workout, you know, how did it go? How did you feel? You know, and then challenging me to do, hey, do one more rep, add
Mm-hmm.
5 pounds, you know, whatever it is. So by the time I start getting probably stronger in my workouts, I'm not coasting, I'm still pushing myself. I'm still, you know, maxing what I can do, whether I'm adding extra weight or reps, you know. So, you know, it's that creativity and flexibility for me to say, all right, today I'm going to do a little bit more, even though you put XYZ in my workout plan.
Mm-hmm.
But you challenged me to do that. But, you know, it's my limitation. You also tell me not overdoing it. We talked about negligence in the beginning because about 2 years ago, I kind of jumped back in on my own, did some own stuff, and actually, you know, I would say kind of mildly got a knee injury because I really just did overdo it. So my main concern starting was like, I don't want to overthink and overdo and think, yeah, I've got this, and then get a setback, because, you know, it's a lot of effort when you do one of these things. You don't want a setback.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, it's been really good from a process standpoint, from a taking me through the fitness. Every day is a different challenge. You've made it variety. So, you know, I kind of like that my first, you know, really 90 days, the workout plans are there, they're organized, everything on how to do them's there. I just go in, I do it. They're different and they're challenging. And I don't leave a day where I haven't sweated my rear end off. And you feel good. And I feel like I'm just going to keep getting that much better and stronger.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And I truly like, I want to talk about, I really want to reiterate kind of what you said at the beginning of what you're saying about like the nutrition and the diet thing. And see, there is no such thing. And this is what I truly believe. And I feel like I've told you guys this a dozen times is there's no such thing as bad food. There's just bad food habits. Right. And so, you know, that's what I really work for you guys to understand is like, hey, like, it's okay if you want to have that occasional popcorn at the movies, right? It's okay
Yeah.
if you want to have that pizza here and there and everything. What we don't want to do is let that pizza turn into 2 days of pizza, then 3 days of pizza. And then you have a pizza for dinner every day, or just, you start to turn those, days to where you just have that more enjoyable food to just bad food habits, where it transitions into bad food habits. And that's 100% right. My goal for you guys, you and everyone else in the program, has been, how can I provide something, how can I provide, on the nutrition side of things, something that is enjoyable but also helps you reach your goals, but it is also more nutritious and healthy. And at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's just good food habits and bad food habits, not good food and bad food. And it's not a diet. And at this point for you, man, it's like a lifestyle. Like, this is something you're doing every day, like on the nutrition side of things. You don't look at it as like, I'm not dieting. This is just how I've chosen to eat. These are my nutritional habits. And
Yeah.
that's what I love about that, man. And yeah, and so, dude, like the workouts, yeah, exact same thing, just, I'm here to provide you guys with whatever you need, whatever you want, and to help you get to those goals. And dude, you've been crushing it, like, all the time. I'm constantly looking in, checking, you're hitting personal records in the gym and just checking into workouts and killing that, man. So, dude, like, you've been doing great, and I'm super proud of that. So, Tanner, my last question is, what would you tell, the person who's sitting on the edge of their seat, saying, should I look into, joining Andrew's program or applying for it, or should I invest in this? Should I, make this decision to join? And what would you tell to them to make that decision, who's thinking about making that decision? And then on top of that, what would you tell that person all they need to do is to be successful within my program?
Sure. Well, I would tell someone 100% they should at least do their research and speak with you and do an interview and see what it's all about. You're not going to lose anything for doing that. And then, it's like, you and I had a kind of frank conversation, and, I wasn't like horrible off, but, if I don't make changes, pay me now or pay me later. We kind of talked about that. In other words, I'll spend money on my health 10, 15 years from now, possibly in other ways, right? Or I
Mhm.
can invest in myself, and it's an investment. I mean, that's how I looked at it. It's an investment. And if I spend the money, I can't let myself down.
Mhm.
Andrew can't do everything. Andrew's not going to the gym and doing my workouts and eating healthy. I have to do it. He's going to give me the tools, but I got to do it. And if I'm going to put the money into it, I'd be danged if I was going to spend money and not follow through with this program. So I think when you look at it that way, if you're kind of thinking about this stuff, um, I mean, it's an investment, and you're not going to just waste your time and your money, because there's no point. So you do need to go into it, do your research, do your homework, and then when you're in, you're in. And it's a commitment, but it's actually, I mean, it's so rewarding. I feel like 1,000 times better even after 90 days. I got more work to do, and I do feel like I have created habits that, you know, will last. I mean, that's
Mhm.
kind of the difference, because I've kind of been a little bit of a yo-yo over my life. Some years I do really well, then I kind of get, I'll fall off the bandwagon, then I kind of come back on. But I was always doing stuff on my own and just trying to, come up with my own ideas and routines. I mean, I'm a professional in business by day. I'm not a nutrition and fitness expert, which
Right.
probably a lot of everybody else is listening to this is. So, quite frankly, you can Google and look up stuff on the internet and do stuff, but, you know, this is kind of a more sound way to do it. And everybody's different and everybody's are different. And I think, you can lead yourself astray, doing those sort of things too. So I think that's a smart choice. I think it was a strategic choice for
Mhm.
me. And of course, I thought about personal trainer. Maybe I'll do that, and I didn't like that idea, because then you're stuck to times, and you can't. It's just a one-time thing. They're not really concerned. Not that they're not concerned about your eating habits, but I mean, basically, you got 1 hour. Maybe and that's it. You know, this I kind of get the whole package, right? And that's kind of what I liked about it, and why I did it.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, Tanner, dude, I just want you to know, I've been super thankful and proud to be your coach and to be able to support you over this past 90 days. And then the days to come, man, I've been super excited and just super thankful for that. And I'm just proud to watch you come from where you started to where you are now. And I just can't wait to see where you're going to go, man. Freaking lost 40 pounds. Energy levels are up. Freaking getting back playing, playing tennis again, winning matches left and right. So, man, this is just the beginning for you, and I'm super proud and can't wait to see where you go, dude. So, Tanner, thanks for hopping on here with me today. It's just so you can share your experience within my program, my academy, man. And yeah, so guys, if you've watched this, and this has inspired you, please either send me a message or put in the comments below that you're interested or you want to talk, or if you want to just hear more about Tanner's experience. He's killed it. He's been fantastic. And here's the big thing I want y'all to understand is that Tanner's not the exception. He's not, you don't look at him and be like, okay, well, he can do it, but I can't. That's not the case. Tanner has showed up to create his results, and you can too. All right. So now is your time. Let's make it happen together. And Tanner, thanks for hopping on with me today, man. It's a pleasure.
Do
Awesome.
it. Do it. Sign up.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, man.